Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Softball on ESPN, presented by Mizuno. The second game of our doubleheader to open series number 3 here in Rosemont, Illinois at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. Team Warren looking to get back in the win column after falling to Team Garcia. They face Aubrey Leach and Team Leach here in game number 2 of the day. There is Aubrey Leach, entered the day in the second spot, enters this first game for her in Series 3 in the third spot, chasing Rachel Garcia, who has 292 points between her and second place. Here is what AUX is. It's all about the innovative scoring system that gives us our leaderboard that we are tracking very closely here in Series number 3. Our final teams were drafted just a couple days ago. We'll see which captain puts the pieces together the best. Alongside the two-time All-American Amanda Scarborough, I'm Chucky Kemp. Aubrey Leach, 3-1 last week as a captain, went 3 pitchers with her first 3 picks. This week, it's a different look.
Yeah, she went offense heavy, didn't she? The team that she put together is averaging almost a .350 batting average, so really put an emphasis on offense, including picking up Mia Davidson, who's currently at number 5 on the leaderboard. So just a couple of spots behind Aubrey Leach, who is the captain, but Mia Davidson is definitely in the hunt too.
That average you talked about as a team is the best among all 3 teams picked this week for Team Leach to lead the way. On the other side, they will face off against Team Warren, and this is how they will do it. Aaliyah Andrews, who has been tremendous, one of the top bats in the league, leading things off for Aubrey Leach, and then Danielle Gibson, who leads the league in hits so far and doubles, an AUX record 6 doubles already this season. She is in the 4 spot behind Amanda Lorenz. That lineup, we'll get a look at Alicia Ocasio, who we have seen a number of times, and I think, Amanda, that we both have got this sense she's hungry right now for a big-time performance.
Yeah, I think that she is as well, and she's her best whenever she's mixing speed. She has a lot of spin that she can put on the ball, really long fingers to create that spin and change of speeds too.
Alicia's still trying to get ready, this quick turnaround. She's still in the dugout right now trying to get ready to roll. She will throw to Jordan Roberts, who we got the chance to talk to Danielle O'Toole about the other day. And Danielle just raved about Roberts' ability to game plan and said the best part about her is that she doesn't just go home after the game and forget about it all. She goes home and thinks about it, how they will attack things. There's Jordan Roberts as they get ready to roll here. 6-3, they lost to Team Garcia, took a 3-0 lead and took a big chunk of inning win points with 30 of them in the 3rd inning of that game when it was scoreless, but Team Garcia responded in a big way. We're still waiting on our pitcher. There's Alicia Ocasio.
Yeah, it looks like they've been making some last-minute adjustments in the bullpen and letting her go now. Something that they were attending to on her back, holding her up. Usually about starting right on time, but those last-minute adjustments there to Alicia Ocasio was needed before she entered the circle.
Yeah, the University of Florida was spectacular there. And at the time, their pitching coach was Jen Rocha, who she says had a big impact on how she views the game and how she approaches things. Very analytical, loves scouting, loves preparing, said that was a huge part of when she was champion in 2021.
Game 2, it's time to play ball.
And we are ready. Aaliyah Andrews will lead things off, hitting .500 on the season, 11 hits. Among the best in the league on the offensive side and the defensive. We saw Aaliyah in Series 2 in a big way. Aubrey Leach, not just captaining, but also helping the facility out because there was a fence open down the left side in foul territory. She said, hey, we need to close that. She can do it all.
Yeah, a really interesting matchup right out of the gate with Andrews up at the plate and Jessie Warren, who's just been showing off her glove over at third base. And with the speed of Andrews and the left side of the infield going to get tested with her speed, including Jessie Warren. makes it very interesting. I love these types of matchups, especially to start off the game, because Leah Andrews, as a left-handed slapper, is going to be reading the defense, knowing who she doesn't want to hit it to, and in particular, trying to keep the ball away from Jessie Warren.
You asked Jessie Warren about playing these speedsters when we had her mic'd up last game. Ground ball back to Ocasio, who takes care of it. Talking defense with Jessie Warren, it's like talking hitting with Haley McClenny. Had a great pitching conversation with Georgina Korick yesterday.
And Team Warren looking for a little bit of a rebound after their loss in the first game of their doubleheader, and last game have a chance now to score some points and stay at the top of the leaderboard for Jessie Warren.
First pitch to Aubrey Leach, swinging foul ball. She was off to a tremendous start. 5-game hit streak to lead things off, but in the last 3 games, just 1 for 11. The one thing she has done consistently is win. She was 3-1 last week. We talked about her taking 3 pitchers to start off her draft last week. This week, it was Korick first, and then she didn't take another pitcher until round 7, Mariah Masson, who she will start here in her first game of Series 3. Trying to lay down a bunt. That is pretty. Roberts out and down the right field line just a little bit. Leach will stay at first. It's going to take everything to get Aubrey Leach.
And what's made her so successful is her ability to drive the ball in the gaps and over the fence, and then to lay down a bunt like this. She gets it at the perfect part of her bat, more toward the end of the bat where it just deadens right out in front of home plate. No way you're going to get her with her speed and her athleticism.
Well, that's 10 points for Leach. That's ruled a single. And she is now tied for second place with Jessie Warren. They are 292 points off the leader, Rachel Garcia. And it's Garcia that's kind of on her own right now. And then once you get down to that second spot, everything's really close. Amanda Lorenz, part of this lineup that Team Leach has, as you mentioned, hitting .347. Lorenz, 7 of her 11 hits came in Series 2. A couple home runs, couple doubles, and 7 RBIs on the season. One from Ocasio in there for strike 2.
Yeah, she started to heat up in Series 2. Amanda Lorenz did, with a couple of home runs and starting to see the ball better, drive in more RBI. Of course, we have some Gators right up the middle of the field right now with Ocasio. Roberts back behind the plate. Lorenz up to bat. Big swing and miss there. Lily getting her on that rise ball. When Ocasio is feeling well, she can spin that rise ball up in the zone and have one of the best spin rates in the league. That rise ball is a pitch that she spins the best, getting Lorenz to chase well out of the zone.
And now to the hit leader and the doubles leader, Danielle Gibson. 6 doubles, the most in AUX history. Ground ball softly hit. Nice play there by Kaylee Clifton at shortstop. 1-out single for Aubrey Leach, but Alicia Ocasio puts a 0 up in the top of the first. Team Leach, the one base hit, but nothing across. And now Team Warren coming off that loss, looking for a big response here against Mariah Masson, who is making her 5th appearance of the season. ERA just under 10, but we've seen what she can do when she joined AUX late last season. She was the 2nd pitcher taken by Aubrey Leach, and a little word of advice from her captain, and we are just about ready for the bottom half.
Masson is best whenever she stays down in the zone and lives off of the edges.
There's a lot of power in this lineup, so if she can be at her best, those are good spots to stay against the heart of this order, which does look a little bit different. Jessie Warren moved herself down in the order from the 2 spot to the 6 spot. She's probably harder on herself than any other captain would have been.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jazz Jackson, frustrating first game, 0 for 4, couple strikeouts. She did have a stolen base when she reached on an error, though, that picked up 10 points for her. Watches the 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2.
Masson throwing with good velocity too, and she's feeling her best. You can see her bring it up to 68, 69, 70, low in the zone. With that drop ball right there, that's a pitch that she's going to need to own in this game today, as well as show some different looks with her rise ball and off-speed pitch too. But when she's feeling her best, she's locating that drop ball.
Joined in the middle of AUX last season in San Diego, drove up from her home in California. After that college season, there was an injury to a player, so they were looking for somebody to fill in, gave her a call. She said absolutely, got up there and played the same day. Played pretty well. Jackson into left field right at Lorenz. There's one out. Lorenz, Aaliyah Andrews, Morgan Zirkle around the outfield. Pretty talented defensive outfield out there for Aubrey Leach. There's Lorenz, who is known for her bat, but has been a very consistent defensive left fielder at the pro level. Vidalis watches that one inside. Almost got her, actually. Product of Texas A&M, where she was an outstanding power hitter. Good spot there from Masson for strike 1.
A couple of top 10 finishes for Tori. She was a part of the league back in 2020. She's finished 8th and also 10th.
Top 20 all 4 years. She's on the PEC, the Player Executive Committee for softball, a 5-person committee. Every sport in Athletes Unlimited has one. They make all the decisions.
It's a big honor to be on that. And you get to state your opinion, kind of get the feel of the rest of your teammates and the players in the league about where you kind of see the direction of the league going and make some changes. And you have a chance to have a really big voice whenever you're on that PEC.
2-2, Vidalis into right field. Zirkle tracks it in the sun. 2 outs. Pretty hard hit balls here for Jackson and Vidalis to start off. And now Tori talking to Kaylee Clifton, who's due up next. Kaylee Clifton, a 2-time All-American at Oklahoma. Place she always wanted to play. She actually played slow pitch softball as well in high school.
Isn't that crazy that that happens still in different states and places in the United States? Is that there's still some high school softball that is played via slow pitch.
It's unbelievable.
It just seems unrealistic to me because fast pitch is just taking over the world.
Can we get you on a slow pitch field? Is
Oh
that,
my
has it
gosh.
ever happened?
Yeah, I played a little slow
Okay,
pitch.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, usually the fields aren't really good, and they want to put the people that have played before on the infield, and
Yeah.
I'm just scared that it's going to hit a divot and scared to field a ground ball. It's kind of sad, but also it's just a little self-protection, I think.
Yeah. I would be scared to field a ground ball on the turf, so, you know.
Turf, you're going to get nice true hops, like at this field that we have, on both the outfield and the infield.
I don't think that helps me field it. That's the problem, yeah. 1-2. Masson, 1-2-3 inning. Couple lineouts and a strikeout of Clifton. And we've got some rollover points already. 0-0 after 1. Top of the second, Team Leach and Team Warren 0-0, and we have a very special mid-action for you today. For the first time ever, we have a pitcher mic'd up, Alicia Ocasio, warming up for inning number 2. Alicia, thank you so much for doing this. This is super cool that we're going to get this look into what's going on with you guys. Tell us about how you're feeling as this season's gone on.
Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Thank you guys for having me. We're going to break it down real quick.
Go get 1, 2, 3, go
Go get them. Here we go.
Bye.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Absolutely. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. First inning felt pretty good. Just trying to keep it rolling, keep the momentum going so I can, you know, give my team the best chance. Got 30 more seconds on the clock. Oh, we're good.
We'll listen in, Alicia, and we'll talk to you a little bit as we go. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Jump.
Alicia Ocasio mic'd up for us right now. The first time we've done this at Athletes Unlimited, miking up the pitcher, but she wanted to do it. She was excited to be a part of it. Mia Davidson starting off with a base hit.
The DP, number 15, Deja Mulipola.
That brings up Deja Mulipola and Jordan Roberts.
I think I could have
It's a
done
quick
better.
conversation with Alicia
I was gonna
Ocasio.
take a breather and talk about Dave.
Throw it in the dirt. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw around the zone. That was my fault. Threw it a little bit too fat. Let's
your
go.
time.
Yeah, let's go.
Deja
Let's go fast
Mulipola
out.
in the plate,
I
stepping
wanna
up to the
push my
plate.
legs on there.
Okay.
Make her try to guess where my backup pitch is gonna be.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey. Me and you? Here we go.
Ball one to Deja, who 4 of her 5 hits on the season are home runs.
Me.
1-1 for Deja, who now, think about her being down in the 6th hole of a lineup.
Yes.
You gotta be feeling pretty good.
Job.
You have to be so careful with the hitter like Deja Mulipola and all her power and the amount of home runs that she's had this season. Not hitting for a high average, but a ton of power.
Here you go.
Two from Ocasio.
Job.
Got her looking.
Roser.
Right fielder, number 8.
Alicia, we got a little piece of that conversation with Jordan, but what was the approach there against Mulipola?
Yeah, threw for rise balls early, but had a feeling she was hunting my Aussie drop, so I wanted to go with the rise again, and just so happened that it went down the middle, but froze her. Okay, gotcha. Big out though, definitely big out.
Alicia, what are you focusing on right now? What are you thinking about?
Honestly, my technique, mechanics. I feel like this past, series, I didn't really do that well. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm fine-tuning my mechanics so I can deliver and throw some good pitches.
And Alicia, when you're throwing all these different off-speed pitches and the spin that you have, like where do you feel the pressure in your fingers, or what are you thinking about to be able to create that tight spin?
Well, my off-speed drop, I'm really thinking about throwing it from the back of my hands. Rise ball. Where are you going? Okay. Hey, me and you, Jesse. Rise ball, probably my first 2 fingers. Here we go. Job.
We're gonna listen the rest of this inning, Alicia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
She's got Lily Piper now at the plate with an 0-1 count. Alicia Ocasio mic'd up for us. Hitting to center
No
field.
tag! Job, Jazzy. Job.
Second baseman,
2 outs.
Hey.
number 10, Abby Ramirez.
Good job.
Big at bat here for Abby Ramirez in the 9-hole for Team
Those bugs
Leach.
are perfect. We're good. No. Honestly though, let's hammer her out, rise in. She pulls really well, so I want to try to get her to swing and miss on outside. I think we can go rise late and on either side.
He also said to speed up just a little bit.
Okay, that's my fault. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Poor
All right,
Alicia.
okay.
Does the home
that's our
plate
fault.
umpire know that she's talking to us? Like, give her just a couple of extra seconds down there.
And there's a couple things with that too, because she is talking as she's standing on the rubber to us, and I just think the hitter is probably thinking, what is going on right now?
I mean, let me tell you how hard this would be first and foremost, because, for those who may be watching AU for the first time, there are only 15 seconds in between pitches. And so when Alicia's talking to us and she's adding that extra dimension of not only thinking about what pitch she's going to throw, but also communicating to us and how she wants to execute that pitch, it is not an easy task at all with that quick pitch clock.
Job.
Right now, Alicia doesn't hear us. We're just listening into her at the moment, so we are not completely driving her crazy, I don't think, in her ear right now. Bases loaded up the middle. Andrews. Runner coming around from third. Roberts does field it, but Zirkle's in there and scores. 2 runs across in the second.
Prevent everything to
These left-handed hitters late in this inning, and down at the bottom of the order for Team Leach, having a lot of success. There's going to be a play at the plate. Jordan Roberts can't handle it. Would have had a chance to get Morgan Zirkle out because she hesitated at third base and just did not keep going. So a good throw and a caught throw would have been able to have her. Instead, it's another run for Team Leach, and they score 2. Aaliyah Andrews just continues to come through with runners in scoring position. 7 of the 12 hits that she's had have been with runners in scoring position.
Now Aubrey Leach, who mentioned she was 1 for 11 in the last 3 games, but has a base hit in this one and a chance to extend this lead in the second. 1-0, this is hit left center field and down at the base of the wall. 2 more runs across. Leach going for third. It's a triple for Aubrey Leach. And she is into second by herself.
She is having such a special AUX season. Aubrey Leach is playing for a championship. Laid down a bunt in her first at-bat and then finds the left center field gap in her second at-bat, hitting early in the count. It's what she's done all season long. Knew as soon as that ball went all the way to the fence that she was thinking 3.
There really are a lot of players in it right now, but Aubrey Leach probably has the best opportunity. Mia Davidson's not far behind her. Leach is the closest right now, and second alone is Lorenz deep to left field. That is gone into the bleachers. A 2-run shot for Amanda Lorenz, and she is on fire.
If you remember, Amanda Lorenz struck out in her first at-bat. She chased a rise ball well out of the zone, and Amanda Lorenz wanted to say on this one, not happening again, swinging early in the count, letting that pitch get deep. Simple swing by Amanda Lorenz, but her simple swing goes a long way. A 2-run home run for Amanda Lorenz, and Aubrey Leach's team has scored 6 runs in this inning.
Well, and a pitching change here in the top of the second. Haley Wagner in when we come back. Alicia Ocasio really clean first inning, then had 2 outs with 2 on, and it's when the wheels came off a little bit. Haley Wagner will replace her here with 2 outs. We saw Wagner earlier today in game 1, went 1 inning, gave up just 1 hit and no runs, so she was effective and comes in to face the lefty Danielle Gibson.
Yeah, bring her in for that left-handed hitter. Didn't pitch a lot in game 1, so should be well rested.
Ground ball right side, and Wagner does her job. Couple pitches, gets the 3rd out of the inning. Aubrey Leach and company in great position for 20-inning win points.
Over 1,200 points now. Aubrey Leach.
It all starts tonight. Game 1 of the best-of-3 College World Series final. 7 Eastern, 6 Central, coming your way on ESPN and the app. It's an all-SEC matchup between 5th-seeded LSU and 2nd-seeded Florida. The 5th time SEC schools have met for the title. Don't miss that one. Hey, on the ball fields for you if you're watching our Athletes Unlimited AUX softball coverage here in Rosemont, Illinois, alongside Amanda Scarborough. I am Chucky Kemp. Thank you for joining us. Savannah Collins down on the field, always doing a great job for us. This is first pitch swinging from Taylor Edwards off the end of the bat, and one out for Mariah Masson.
And I have loved watching Aubrey Leach compete the past couple of weeks, and even watching her on defense has been something really special.
We've got our star in the stands, Sam Fisher, and you have found some Little Leaguers, it looks like, Sam.
We found each other, yes.
How's it going down there?
You know, it's going really good. They were really nice because they watched me eat for a little bit, and we've just been talking softball ever since.
And you've been giving them all the wise advice that you hold, right?
Yeah, I told them to eat all the time.
Okay. Perfect.
And most importantly, what were you eating?
I had a little leftover breakfast wrap, and then I had an Uncrustable, which is key to have at the ball field. Is it right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They know it. They know it.
Hey, on a more serious note, how about the Team Garcia response earlier today? You guys went down 3 runs,
How
or
about it?
2 runs, I think it was.
Yeah.
What was going on in the dugout?
Honestly, we talked about it before the game. We all agreed that our energy as a team was really good, and there was nothing that was going to get us down. So we proved it there. You know, that hurts. They got 3 inning wins in 1 hit, and so that didn't get us down. So if that wasn't gonna, nothing was gonna. So we stayed to our plan and had some big hits, had some clutch performances from some players, and got the win.
Such good insight. What else have those little young players been talking to you about? I'm curious, like what they observe about the game, or the questions that they ask, or just anything that they're taking in about the game.
It's cute because you can kind of ask, you know, see like, oh, was that a strike, or was that not a strike? Oh, like when Morgan Zirkle laid down a perfect bunt, like, oh my God, she's so fast. Yeah, she is really fast. You know, that kind of stuff. Just observing the game at a really pure level of, wow, that pitch was fast, or those types of things. And then, you know, of course, the obvious, like, what's your favorite number, which is an obvious number 52. You know, we all talked about our favorite numbers here. So just really like pure and innocent questions, and I just love it.
Of course, second to you, do they have a favorite player down there? Is there a consensus
Yeah.
favorite player?
You guys, who's your favorite player other than me? No, you don't have to say me, but I know it's me. Who is your other favorite player? Rachel Garcia. We got a Rachel. We got a Rachel. Okay. Odyssey Alexander. Yeah. She's one of my favorites as well. Anissa Urtez today. She was a shortstop.
Mine's Odyssey and Rachel.
Odyssey and Rachel. Yeah, all of them. But if somebody else asked you, the answer's Sam Fisher, right? Yeah, no, obviously. Yeah, no, we're all on the same page over here. Thank you.
A lot of pitchers mixed in there. I like it. Thanks, Sam. We'll talk to you in a bit.
I'll be here.
She's got to get them straightened out so they know it's Sam Fisher at all times.
Oh, and Sis Bates.
Yeah,
and
there you go,
Sis
there you go.
Bates.
That's what I was expecting to hear from her, and I'm surprised Sis isn't with Sam right now. We haven't seen them apart since AUX softball started. Jessie Warren down in the count 1-2. Mentioned it earlier, but she was in the 2-hole for game 1 and then struggled a little bit in that one, so she moved herself down. She was 0 for 3. Masson looking for a strong start and to secure 20 inning win points for her team. Off speed, got Warren out front. Piper calls off Leach, and there's 2 outs.
Jessie just swinging and missing a little bit more than what we saw from her in Series 1 and Series 2. And then also off speeds have been getting her. Saw her swing and miss off of Rachel Garcia out in front of some pitches, and then that change up there by Masson getting that second out.
Do you feel like as a whole the pitchers have leaned more heavily on the off speed as the season's gone on? I mean, we talked about Masson, talked about Peyton St. George. As a league, do you think we're seeing that trend?
A lot more. I would love to be able to see the pitch breakdown from Series 1 to Series 2 for how much more that percentage has gone up, that they've been relying on their off-speed pitches.
Masson kind of awkwardly bounced under her legs, but gets Gano for out number 3. She's seen 7 hitters, retired 6 of them, and zeros from Mariah Masson. Early one for you tomorrow morning on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. The London Series returns for the first time since 2019. Cubs-Cardinals in that one at London Stadium. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. And then our Sunday night matchup, the finale between the Astros and Dodgers. 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown to kick things off.
My Astros lost last night to the Dodgers 3-2.
So you are an Astros fan?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big Astros fan.
I'm a Royals fan. All I can remember is going into Houston the year we won it, you know.
Oh, whatever. I don't remember that.
That's all I have to remember at the moment.
And if I don't remember it, it didn't happen.
Mia Davidson. Little brush back there from Wagner.
So close. I don't know how that did not hit her. Goes over her shoulder and just past her ear. She has been hit by a pitch 5 times this season, which is the most out of anyone. Second highest is 3. You can tell how pitchers are wanting to pitch her with that number.
There's that off speed for strike 1. Mia Davidson in the 5th spot on the leaderboard. Just 42 points back of Jessie Warren. That would be for a top 3 spot. Aubrey Leach, with those inning win points they just picked up, has broken into the 4 digits. She is right at 1,000 on the leaderboard, trailing Rachel Garcia by 242 for the top spot. Davidson, left center field, and gone! That one was over the plate, and Mia Davidson takes care of it. You said it, Aubrey Leach drafted offense.
And we talked about Mia Davidson at the top of the show, that she's also in the hunt to stay at the top of the leaderboard. Gets another changeup, 50 miles an hour, and she's just not fooled at all. That Mia Davidson home run going about 272 feet, sitting back on a changeup and hitting it out of here for 40 points.
And she is into third. Aubrey Leach and Mia Davidson, the closest to Rachel Garcia. If Team Leach continues the way they're going right now, with Davidson having a big impact, Aubrey Leach has a 2 RBI triple in this one. You're going to have 2 players really threatening at the top of the leaderboard, close to Rachel Garcia.
And the most home runs that were hit last season was 3 in the AUX season. Several players had that, but we've already had a couple players break that record this season.
And a number of others with 3 already, as Wagner gets Mulipola. And Savannah is with Mia Davidson.
Thanks, Chucky. Mia, this team is on fire, yourself included. Is this what it looked like in practice yesterday?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. You know, we have a great captain, Aubrey, who's pretty much putting all the pieces together, and we just talk about, like I said, every time making the adjustment. And I made the adjustment during the at-bat, and it kind of helped out. We just talk about it in here, and we're just confident. You know, if I don't get it, Deja's going to get it. Deja doesn't get it, and the whole lineup, so I'm not really worried about it. Just relaxing, having a good time.
Thanks so much, Mia. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's one of my favorite parts of watching these athletes. After every at-bat, walking back to the on-deck circle, walking back to the dugout, you see the conversations happening in real time. Mia Davidson, that's what she's talking about. It's Aubrey Leach. She's feeling really good right now. Went 3-1 as a captain last week, first-time captain. This is hitting the left field. Rhodes going back and dropped it. Zirkle round second, headed for third. And she's in there with 1 out.
The third baseman, number 43.
Yeah, Shannon Rhodes was playing pretty shallow, and that ball just continued to carry. You see where she starts out, had to go back a ways, and you see also how hard the wind is blowing. Potentially that ball got caught up in the jet stream, but she's right underneath it, a ball that needs to be caught. And Morgan Zirkle, knowing that any ball hit in the air here has a chance to get to the wind, hesitated a little, but still made her way to third base.
7-0 Team Leach, and for Jesse Warren and company, trouble on their doubleheader day, as we have seen so often this season. Lily Piper fouls this one into the stands. Flied out to center field, her first trip to the plate. She's 0 for 10 in her last 5 games, after 5 hits in the 2 games prior to that stretch. Off speed, tapped left side. Clifton to first. Zirkle stays at third there. Nice job by Kaylee Clifton.
Number 10, Abby.
For every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited AUX season, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. We'll find out over the next few days how many trees will be planted thanks to Aspiration's support. The season will come to a close on Tuesday night when we crown the second ever AUX softball champion.
A lot of trees with the offense that we've seen in this short season.
Yeah, the pitchers have tried to slow that down. Clifton can't get it out of her glove. I don't think she would have had Ramirez anyway. Abby Ramirez off to a great start, reaching in both of her first 2 at-bats. They will rule that an infield single, so she's got another 10 points.
Yeah, Clifton knows that she has to be quick. She has to be perfect with Ramirez slapping from the left-hand side. Just good footwork to even get her glove on that hit that was up the middle.
Leah Andrews. First look at Haley Wagner in this one. Watches a strike on the outside corner for strike 2. 9 hits for Team Leach so far through 2 2/3. Team Warren still looking for their first hit. Mariah Masson is loving what she is seeing in the dugout right now for Team Leach as she gets set to take over for the 3rd inning.
Absolutely. Loving having that 8-run lead, and she's only had to face 7 batters.
Leah Andrews into left field and over Rhodes. One hops the wall. Another run will score. An RBI double for Aaliyah Andrews.
She's just doing it all at the plate. She's able to slap and use her speed by putting the ball on the ground, and this time more of a power slap that she stays behind that ball, lifts it out to left center field, well over the head of Shannon Rhodes. Extra bases for Aaliyah Andrews and another RBI for her. She's come up big offensively for every team that she's played on.
Conversation here. Let's go down to Savannah with more on Aaliyah Andrews.
Coming into the season, Aaliyah Andrews really focused on the fact that she's going to be playing on turf with Athletes Unlimited. She knows that. She knows that that can kind of cut into some of the tools that she has as one of the true slappers in the league. So she knew that in order to be more effective, to get on base more often, she was going to have to add some power. And you're seeing a glimpse of that into this game, hitting that ball to the wall. She had to have a little bit of a mentality change. She really has a lot of identity in being a slapper, but she wants to continue to evolve as a pro, and power was another one of those tools she had to put in her belt, and it's paying off this season. Back to you guys.
Just showing off her power right there. I thought that that was just going to continue to travel and head out of here, but love seeing all the different tools that she has and the speed that she has. And Chucky, the way that she stepped up with runners on base this season has been really something special to watch.
You can experience the action of AUX softball in person here in Rosemont. Join us tomorrow at noon and 2:30 Central Time. First 250 fans get Marucci boomsticks. Go to auprosports.com/tickets to buy yours today. Some changes here. Taylor Edwards coming in behind the plate for Carrie Eberly, who we also saw in the first game of the day through 1 inning, gave up just 1 hit and just threw 11 pitches, so she is fresh and ready to roll.
Yeah, Team Warren has had a lot of different pitching changes, and they'll even make a change back behind the plate with Taylor Edwards now entering and catching for Carrie Eberly.
Third pitcher we have seen in this game for Team Warren. Can Carrie Eberly be the answer and give them some stability in the circle right now?
And I'm sure Aubrey Leach is just loving having 3 plate appearances in 3 innings, because it's just a chance for her to rack up some individual points, try to help her team win some more innings, and hopefully win the game.
Drove in 2 with a triple back in the 2nd inning. Has a single as well. 242 points separate her and Rachel Garcia at the top of the leaderboard. That's a foul ball.
And only 22 points separate Aubrey Leach and her teammate Mia Davidson too. So Mia hopping into the top 3 in the leaderboard.
Both of them, barring a big bottom of the third, will get another 10-inning win points. I'll get into the bullpen down the left field line.
9 runs and 10 hits through almost 3 innings here for Team Leach, and saw the numbers, hitting almost 350 entering this game as a team, had hit the most home runs, so hit for the highest average and most home runs.
Her draft strategy this week was surprising to me with what she did last week and the success she had with those 3 pitchers right off the top, and then to go Coric and not take another one until round 7 with Masson. But it's paying off, and this is hit well. Left field, off the wall, and Leach is into second. She is a home run shy of the cycle in the 3rd inning.
Well, that was almost it right there, because that hit the very top of the wall. Went 221 feet. If there would have been no wind, I think he had a chance to get out of here, but a line drive swing hitting the very top of the fence. Man, extra bases again for Aubrey Leach.
Now Amanda Lorenz already has a 2-run home run. $10-0 in the third, 11 hits total for this Team Leach. Lorenz lifts this one, center field. Jackson dealing with a little wind out there, but makes the catch for out number 3.
Mia Davidson started another rally in the top of the 3rd inning for Team Leach. She led off the inning with this solo home run on a changeup. Aubrey Leach is in the hunt, but let me tell you, so is Mia Davidson.
Cute. Nice to meet you. Good job. Here you go. Oh my goodness. Yes! Amanda, we took a picture before the game. I said pre-bomb for Amanda. Look at it. Pre-game bomb pick for. I called it. Orange team. Go orange team.
That's into the game with Air National Guard and Deja Mulipola. They have a Polaroid board in the dugouts that they'll take pictures and can throw them up on that board during the game, and apparently Deja Mulipola called that home run. Oh, Gibson! What a catch in foul territory!
Off the bat, I thought this had no chance of being an out, but look at how Danielle Gibson just stays with it. She's so long. Her arms and her legs are so long, able to stretch and reach, just staying out of the dugout, as well as that that dive took her right to the edge.
Know what she can do with the bat, but showing off the glove at first base as well, helping out her pitcher.
Aubrey Leach's team is just playing full out.
Oh, 1 from Masson. Up and in right there. All right, Masson off to maybe her best start we've seen so far this season, and at the perfect time if you're Aubrey Leach. Hit up the middle. Andrews settle in there in center field and wait for that one.
Yeah, we talked about what Masson needs to do to have success, and she's done it up to this point. First time through, not giving up a hit, working low in the zone at the knees with both her drop ball and her curveball, changing speeds a little bit, likely to see her do that more second time through.
This is lofted into left field. Lorenz going over into foul territory. How about a 5-pitch inning for Mariah Masson? Dominating 3 zeros, and her team is up 10. Athletes Unlimited and Topps have unveiled the first ever set of trading cards that feature all 4 Athletes Unlimited sports combined in one set. The 200-card base set features 185 athletes from the 2022 seasons and are available at major retailers such as Target, Barnes & Noble, hobby shops, and through Topps.com and Fanatics.com. Pretty cool. They got the whole book there of all the cards, and it's 10-0. Team Leach over Team Warren. All 30-inning win points have gone to Team Leach. As we go into the top of the 4th, we've got Sam Fisher, too, down in the crowd, looking like she's having a good time out in the sun. Tell us this, Sam.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
I don't, there's nothing I love more than a nail biter. You know what I mean? Just a real close game, real pitcher's duel.
Yep.
Great job. You won the dance contest. We have some good dancers in the crowd. And also, I'd like to thank Gatorade for keeping us hydrated out here. It's very spicy outside, but Gatorade keeps us really hydrated.
Thank you so much, Sam. Yes, great analysis of this game that we've had so far, too.
Thank you.
Can you tell us, like, we are always talking about strategy if we were drafting, what it would look like. Is that something the players frequently do? I feel like there's so many different approaches we see.
You know, you have a strategy going into it, and then sometimes you are able to stick with it, and sometimes it goes awry, you know, depending on, I really want this pitcher, but somebody else takes them, and then you have to adjust from there. So you could have a plan, and it can go the way you want, and then it can go totally opposite. So I think everybody kind of thinks about what they would do and what they want to do, but for the most part, it just depends on how the draft goes.
Are you and Sis Bates a package deal this year? Like, is it, if they pick one, do they just kind of have to forfeit the next pick and take the other one as well?
Yes.
Okay.
That's in our contracts, actually.
Okay, perfect.
You just revealed the mystery about the actual what's happening with the contract. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Not really
yeah.
happening.
It's in pen. It's in pen. Just kidding.
Watching Aubrey Leach play so far this season, what have you noticed from her?
Aubrey, I think I said it in the chair chat before, but she this is how good she is. Like, this is not a fluke. This is not her just like all of a sudden coming on to the field and doing this great. This is just how good Aubrey Leach is. And I can't believe she's been as under the radar as she has been, as long as she's been, but she works her tush off. She's super smart and she's super consistent. So I just love her. I think she's an amazing player. I think she's an amazing leader and an amazing teammate and a really, really good friend.
And Sam, I think you've been on both sides where you're maybe up by 10-0 and down by 10-0 as Danielle Gibson pops up to shortstop there.
Look how far she went to get that.
If you're on Team Warren, what's your mindset right now? You've not gotten a hit. You're down by 10 runs. Still a lot of game left. But what would it be like to be on her team right now?
You know what? I'm so glad you asked this question because this is what makes Athletes Unlimited special. You have 4 innings still on the board that they can win. They could leave this game losing but still winning 4 innings. You know, there's so many opportunities to win, and that's what I love about this environment is that first to last pitch, you are in the game, you are competitive. They're down 10-0, but they could make anything happen and come away with some sort of small victories. And I think that's what makes it beautiful. I think that's what makes this game beautiful, and it's just, we might see it here today. Couple of pop-ups, eh?
And Clifton again, staying busy right
She's getting
now.
all the plays, huh? Good job, good job. I know I already said good job, but that was really great. The splits, what the heck? That was crazy.
Hey, are you ready for your doubleheader day tomorrow?
I've never been more ready for anything in my entire life.
What's recovery like for that after the old doubleheader day?
You know what's? It's really funny because it doesn't feel much different from the regular day. You know, when I get back to my room, I like to decompress by watching my at-bats again and watching the game and just, you know, kind of coming down. So the only difference is that you're out there for a little bit longer. It's still the same kind of day. It's still, you know, ice after, you know, get as much sleep as you can. But, you know, I think it's more mental than anything. So figuring out the ways that you need to decompress and that you need to go in and get some quality rest, both for your body and your brain. I think everybody's different, but for me, like getting those at-bats out of my brain, and then I can go to sleep and see how long I can sleep the next day, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And Sam, you have an extra roommate this season, right? How's my guy, Little Mac, doing?
Little Mac, he's so great. He's at home right now with his mom, Haley McClenny. I hope they're watching. Love you guys. But he's so funny. I laid down on the floor, face down, didn't move, and he started doing the zoomies, and it's just the pure entertainment. Little puppy in my room. Me too. So great. Also, you guys, while I have this moment, I just wanted to give a shout out to my grandpa, and I just wanted to say hi, and I love you, and I know he's watching, and I just wanted to make sure that I give this special time to say hi to my grandpa. We call him the chef because he cooks for us. I don't know what my grandma would do if he couldn't, so I just wanted to say hi to him.
Well, I wouldn't mind to do that as well if he's cooking.
Come
I
on
think
over
we need to find
anytime.
him. Absolutely.
Anytime.
Mendez out in left field, tracking
All
it, makes the
right.
play. Sam, can you take us to break here?
Well, everybody, we've got a great 3-up, 3-down inning, and we're going to go in break in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Eight was my number growing up because it was my brother's number growing up. And of course, Alicia Ocasio just had to take it. So when I signed, I was like, okay, what other number can I be? And my dad was like, well, 29's open. You know, I wore that when I played. And so I was like, yeah, that would be a cool tribute, because my dad has been right beside me my entire career. Like literally from when I was 6 years old, in the cages together. Like, he taught me how to hit. You know, he's teaching me all of these things about the game. He would quiz us in the backseat of the car about different plays that we would make. Sharing this with him is so special, because I wouldn't be here without him. Love you, Dad.
Tori Vidalis leading off this inning. Just a great story right there. So many of those stories, too. Tributes to family members or friends. Tori, obviously the 29, very special to her, and she's having a great season as she hits that one just over the dugout. She's a superstar, though, not just on the field, in the booth as well. Analyst for SEC Network, in studio for the postseason. Said she loves every second of that.
Just truly one of those people that anything she wants to do or she starts, she's good at. I mean, she's on the dive team in high school. She's really great at makeup, like even at 12th Man Productions at Texas A&M before she was an analyst, she was running camera. It is invested and all in to anything that she does and wants to be great at it.
So if we ever need somebody, we get her a handheld camera.
Yeah.
Down there on the field.
She started a vlog. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Whenever she was at A&M, she had a little vlog that she was running as well.
When she's not playing or on TV, she does the Rover app, where she'll take care of people's dogs. They'll come over to her house and she'll take care of them. Yeah, a little side hustle.
She does that too?
Absolutely.
I did not know that. Tori, how did I not know that about you? And we've known each other for so long.
She said she loves it. She's got the backyard, so they're all about it.
I might need to add that to my list of jobs. I'd work for the Rover app like that. That seems right up my alley.
I went home and told my wife I'm signing up. Yeah. Into this one, left center field and deep. Loren's back, warning track, makes the grab. Tori tested it, but that is out number one. Well, our next WNBA games are on ABC tomorrow. Elena Deladon and the Mystics back at Barclays Center taking on Breanna Stewart and the Liberty at 1 Eastern. And then it's the Sparks and the Wings led by Arike Ogunbowale. Don't miss those on ABC tomorrow. We are back in action tomorrow as well, another doubleheader. Talk to Sam Fisher. It will be her team's doubleheader day for Team Garcia.
Yeah, the doubleheaders, again, have just been so tough. Team Warren losing the first game of the doubleheader today and now down by 10 runs. And look at the way that Mariah Masson has pitched. I mean, we're well into the 4th inning. She's not even given up a hit. So impressed with her ability to rebound. She got hit a little bit in Series 1, took a step forward in Series 2, and now an even bigger step forward in Series 3.
Won the duel with Vidalis, but has fallen behind to Kaylee Clifton.
She's been so efficient. The most pitches that she's thrown in an inning is 14, which is, spoiler alert, not a lot. It's a really good pitch count.
Trying to get back in this against Kaylee Clifton, who she struck out swinging to end the 1st inning. Clifton hits this one down the left field line, foul territory. Amanda Lorenz has stayed busy out in left field. That is out number 2. Let's go down to Savannah with more on Mariah Masson. Might not have Savannah at the moment. We will catch up with her as soon as we can.
And a little tease. I was excited to learn a little bit more. I love Savannah's reports.
building the drama.
Yeah. Save it for the 5th.
Good spot on the outside corner.
Just locating. I mean, it's just about the location of these pitches. Right at the knees, that was a curveball with beautiful spin. Exactly where that pitch needs to be, getting every bit of that outside corner.
That's fouled back. She worked out at a facility out of Oakland in the offseason, gave lessons there as well, coached at a Division II university. Really ramped up her prep in the month leading up to AUX. Threw live a lot, actually, to Jasmine Jackson, who is here as well. Got some great advice from Danielle O'Toole in the offseason of how to prep. Just over the head of Leach. This is going to be extra bases for Edwards. 20 points for her as she's into second safely.
It's actually not a bad pitch at all. It's just a good piece of hitting with 2 strikes for Taylor Edwards. Look at her go down and get that pitch. Tries to get her the sweet part of her barrel down to it. That pitch was low and away and off speed, and she still found a way to stay on plane with it for a long time and find that left center field gap.
First hit for Team Warren coming in the bottom of the 4th with 2 away. That run would be 10 points if they can get it across here. Strike 1 to Andrea Filler, who walked back in the 2nd. She was the only base runner before Edwards just got on. It's fouled straight back by Filler, 0-2. Masson out of Oregon State from Tulare, California. Came into AUX late, finished 40th. Filler left field. That one will be over the head of Lorenz. She falls down on the warning track. Filler would have been at second anyway. Lorenz is having a laugh at herself. That was 10 points, though, for Team Warren as Edwards comes across.
A little 2-out rally for Team Warren, and finally not only getting their first hit, but now getting their first run of this game. A couple of squared up balls, first by Edwards, and then Filler. A pitch more on the plate, located about a ball and a half on the plate, and Filler is just able to turn on it. Barreled it up, and Amanda Lorenz tripped over herself just a little bit, is having a laugh about it. Now with other players out there in the players' suite, she's still laughing.
That was great. She instantly looked up to the players' suite, too, to see who would be giving her a hard time. Now Jessie Warren. The points already secured in the inning. Lifted into shallow right field. Ramirez goes over. Tremendous glove at second base. She makes the play. Team Warren breaks through. They get 10 inning win points, but still a long way to go for them. Morgan Zirkle. She is a former Little Leaguer. It is Little League Day here at Athletes Unlimited. Plenty of teams in attendance, and we have plenty of players who played Little League growing up as well. We got the chance to talk to the Little League president and CEO, Steve Keener, earlier today. There's the current AUX players who are Little League alumni. Rachel Garcia, Alicia Ocasio, Aaliyah Andrews, and Sis Bates. And Sis isn't on that list, but she actually went with Aaliyah Andrews to the Little League Softball World Series last summer to meet the players and be around them. This summer, we've got the AU Pro Games that will be there on August 9th, and what a tremendous event that is going to be. They'll play 2 regular season games of the championship season at the Little League Softball World Series.
Oh, a lot of softball will be on your TVs in the month of August, both professionally and then with Little League.
Basically nonstop.
Still is a huge deal that that championship game is going to be on ABC. The Little League Baseball Championship has been on ABC, and now to get the softball championship on ABC is so awesome.
Something Steve Keener talked to us about it earlier was they want to get softball the level that Little League Baseball is at, that's been around for so long. Did you miss out on Fantasy Pick'em? Come back this summer and compete during our championship seasons for lacrosse and softball to win big. Sign up today at auprosports.com/fantasy for updates. Is outside to Lily Piper here with one out. We've got Aubrey Leach down in the chair. A little chair chat with the captain. Aubrey, totally different approach from you this week. You went 3 pitchers your first time as captain. This week you take Coric and then you wait around, but it's paid off so far. What was the difference in approaches?
Just trying to make some adjustments. Obviously last week we were very successful, and I think this week was just going to be a grind. So a little more balanced of an approach, but I have great teammates, and obviously this game is paying off early. Oh, nice Piper.
Piper deep to right and caught just in front of the warning track.
Aubrey, speaking of the pitchers, I noticed out on defense that, you know, in innings that might be where they're throwing a few more pitches and more runners on base, you're going up to the pitchers, giving them some advice. What kind of advice have you been giving them in those moments?
Just talking a little bit of, you know, moving defensive players and helping support them. Also, and just being able to see some of the hitters' tendencies if we think they're sitting things or if we think something's going to produce a good result for us, just talking through those things. And I think Mia's been phenomenal calling pitches behind the plate, so just working as a collective more than just leaving them on an island.
How have you decided to use your facilitator, Charlotte Morgan, and your facilitator last week as well, but how do you use them?
Really like a sounding board. I do like the coaching role, and I like kind of moving parts around, but having that sounding board of people who have not only different perspectives, but like different outlooks on the game, both of them being pitchers, is super helpful because that was not a position I really played. So just getting a different perspective and then them being able to maybe see things I don't see.
Aubrey, there's 2 outs, so 1 pitch might end this inning. But real quick, how are you deciding right now if you want to lay down a bunt or hit for a little power or slap? Like, how are you going up to the plate deciding what you want to do?
Definitely reading defenses. Obviously, Jessie at third kind of makes my bunts a little scary at sometimes because she makes amazing plays. But just reading defenses and then going up there, just what I'm feeling confident at and sticking with that.
You are on deck. You got to hustle over there. Thank you for the time.
Thanks.
Aubrey Leach off to a great start as a captain in Series 3. Went 3-1 in Series 2 as a captain. Well on her way to a 4-1 overall record. They won't play their doubleheader day until the last day, which I think might be the way you would want to go. If you are maybe keeping an eye on that leaderboard, you go into the last day in a good spot, and it's always nice to know what you need to do. That's my perspective. As a former player, I know you're probably thinking the exact opposite. I do not want to know.
Sometimes I think it's best not to know, and other times I do want to know more information. It's quite the balance, Chucky, actually, of like taking in too much information or not enough.
Have you figured out if you were captain as a pitcher yourself, your first pick? Do you know, is it going to be a position, or are you just going to play a hot hand?
I'd pick a pitcher.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd pick a pitcher for sure.
That's what Rachel Garcia did this week as a pitcher captain. She wanted another arm out there with her, so she took Peyton St. George with her first pick. She did not do that in the first series. She made that adjustment. 1-2 misses from Carrie Eberly. Team Warren, 3 more opportunities in the 5th, 6th, and 7th to pick up inning win points. Back to Eberly. Throws it overhand to first base. Big smile from Jessie Warren there. Carrie Eberly takes care of the side. LSU, Florida, game 1 of the best-of-3 College World Series Finals tonight at 7 Eastern, 6 Central on ESPN and the app. The SEC matchup to kick things off. They met in 2017. The Gators beat the Tigers in 2 games. An incredible road to this point in Omaha and beyond. It all starts tonight between LSU and Florida. Mariah Masson to the bottom of the 5th inning has given up just the 1 run. Came on an RBI double from Andrea Filler. Back-to-back doubles for Edwards and Filler last inning to break their scoreless spot on the leaderboard. Courtney Gano in her final week as a pro had a good game in game 1. 0 for 1 in this one. That solo home run in game 1. Ahead in the count 2-0. Mia Davidson wants to talk to Masson. Haven't been a lot to talk about for those two, so this might just be a chance for Mia to say hello for a moment. 10 inning win points on the line. Team Warren took them in the 4th inning. Savannah Collins has more on Mariah Masson.
Hey, I'm back, and I'm glad to share this story about Mariah Masson, something she told me in the preseason, that when she came into year 1, and you all talked about this, she was really thrown into that experience, a late addition to the roster, and so she didn't really come in with the right mentality. She didn't really come in thinking of competing. She was just like, hey, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to take it. Whatever happens, happens. But this season, her goal has been, 1, getting comfortable being thrown into a lot of strained situations. That's really what her year 1 looks like. And she wants her captains to know, you can give me the ball whenever, and I will be able to come through for you. She really worked on her drop ball in the offseason, and she's working on that off-speed drop. She perfected her changeup, so like you all have talked about today, those off-speed pitches are what's making Masson really successful today, and it's those things she focused on in the offseason. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Savannah.
I feel like she's making a statement with this game of whoever is going to have her on her team as she just gives up a hit there. But you can count on me to give you a quality start. And that's what she's done. And I think when you start a game, especially against the phenomenal hitters that are in this league, you just want a quality start. You want you want to take it one inning at a time, have a quality first inning. Then second, go as deep as you can into the game, knowing that there are other pitchers on your team that you can rely on. But you just want to go as deep as you can. If that's a complete game, then it's a complete game. If it's 4 innings, then that's what it is. But we've seen her really step up in this game today.
Seems like she is definitely proving herself that when that doubleheader day rolls around, you can give her the ball for one of those starts to help out who you would call the staff ace for Team Leach, which is Georgina Korick. It's funny, when Savannah started that report, Mason's the pitch she threw, she almost fell over in her windup and delivered a perfect strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, oftentimes pitchers out there will lose their balance a little bit. You're shifting your weight a lot from your front foot to your back foot, or taking a signal on your front foot and then shifting back. And of course, you know, your ankles and your feet are just constantly working to keep you in balance. And so it's not something that as a pitcher you're just thinking about like stay balanced, stay balanced. You just go through the motions of it and sometimes get a little bit more off balance.
Did you ever have any like real embarrassing tumbles?
Not tumbles, but definitely like letting the ball out mid-circle like some pitchers will do. It's really great mechanics. Mariah Masson does. Drags on that toe the whole time. Explodes out, gets into a really good position at the beginning of her pitch as well.
1-2, nobody out. Gano on first. Roberts. That's foul, but it's a long way. She is taking some cuts at the plate right now.
Yeah, she's had a really good approach at the plate, a lot of confidence.
It's fouled off as well. Great at bat here to follow up Gano's. Shannon Rhodes on deck, and then the top of the order for Team Warren. Up and away, and Gano caught a little bit awkwardly there, and that went off of her and toward the dugout, so she will take second.
It's quite an adventure for Courtney Gano on the base pass. Mia Davidson saw the big lead that she got, so she threw it to second, thinking that she was going to steal. There she is, couple of steps. No, I want to go back. Then it hits off of her and bounces away, and she heads to second base.
Just how she drew it up. 2-2, the off speed gets Roberts swinging.
Nasty. This change up. Pull in the string, outside corner, gets Roberts way out in front.
One out for Shannon Rhodes. Pulls that back, ball one.
That's a good idea. Lily Piper at third base is playing well back behind third base, and Danielle Gibson at first as well. So it opened up a lot of room down the lines for Shannon Rhodes if that was a good pitch to lay it down.
Rhodes 0 for 4 between the 2 games today so far. 1-0 and fouled off. Danielle O'Toole, one of the best fielding pitchers you will find, can still do it down there in the coach's box.
And without a glove, too. Got a nice little round of applause from Team Warren down there.
She loves, or loved, I guess. She probably still takes some PFP. Rhodes does get the bunt down. Masson throw first over Ramirez, and the run will score. And that is back-to-back inning wins for Team Warren.
You tell Rhodes just wanted to find a way to put the ball in play in this at-bat. Showed bunt earlier, didn't put it down, and then finally was able to put it down. And Masson kind of forces her throw, kind of guides it, holds on to it a bit, and it gets over the head of Abby Ramirez. And Team Warren going to score another run.
This point's so important right now. There's a runner now entering for Rhodes. Nicole Mendez re-enters over at first base. So getting some words from her infield. There's Nicole Mendez. Top of the order, Jazz Jackson 0 for 2 on the day. Can they keep it rolling here in this 5th inning? She lays down a bunt. Piper coming in, and they get the out this time for the 2nd of the inning.
I know it's just 10 points both in the 4th and in the 5th innings, but feels like with Aubrey Leach and Mia Davidson trying to catch up to Rachel Garcia, those 10 points, those inning points matter so much with how far behind that they are and just trying to be perfect and finding a way to catch her.
Yeah, Leach 210 points behind Garcia, but put you under 200. Still have MVP voting to come. Still have the game to decide as well, which is worth 50 points. Aubrey Leach, the right recipe, could be right on the heels of Rachel Garcia, and they both have their doubleheader days to play. Mia Davidson the same way. She tries to frame that one.
Well, and Aubrey Leach will for sure have at least one more at bat in this game, and she is a home run away from the cycle, which would be a mega points booster for her. 40 points if she was able to hit it out of here.
If you're hitting for the cycle and not the MVP one, that'd be something. Vidalis into center field, another run scores. 3 now across for Team Warren in the game. Still fighting right now.
Yes, they are. And again, Tori Vidalis now has a hit in every single game. Her first hit of this game, short swing, just gets to that outside pitch and pokes it out to center field. Runner at second base being able to run on contact because of the fact that there are 2 outs. Going to plate another run for Team Warren.
Well, Danielle Gibson there at first, along with Vidalis entering this game. Both of them had hits in every game they had played in. But Gibson is 0 for 3 today, so Tori very well could be the only one who has a hit in every game by the end of this one. Those runs on Masson are unearned, which is notable because that's -10 for earned runs. You had the error. We're gonna have to open the windows up here. It's getting closer.
Yeah, I think Tori and Danielle are actually at first base right now talking about probably hitting and how they both had a hit in every game. Likely the conversation going on at first base. Joking.
You never know. Upstairs from Masson to Kaylee Clifton, 0 for 2 in this one. One, 2 to Andrews in center. Out number 3 is made. Team Warren, though, 10 more inning win points as they play 2 here in the 5th.
grandmother is Wilma Ann Williams Leach. She played for the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. She's a Rockford Peach here locally. It's so cool to be in the same area that she played in. And I don't think it really hit me until last season to where I was like, I'm doing what she did. Like I'm following in her footsteps, which is really cool. For our family, something huge because I think all of us are guided by her influence when we all chose softball.
Aubrey has certainly followed in her grandmother's footsteps of being an exceptional young woman, and in law school right now, 1 year remaining. She just finished up her second season as a GA for the softball team and playing just 76 miles from Rockford, Illinois, where her grandmother would have played.
Well, we can literally see the signs from the booth that head to Rockford, and I would have to imagine if you're standing in the box, it's directly behind center field, and if you have really good eyes, not too far away, you can see that sign even in the box. Pretty cool, though. It's a softball family, the Leach family, multiple sisters that have either played Division I softball or going to in upcoming years.
Sam Fisher told us earlier when we talked to her, our star in the stands, that this is nothing new. This is what Aubrey Leach does. They all expect this from her. And she is in second place on the leaderboard. A home run shy of the cycle, should be in line for some MVP points. Carrie Eberly has been a big piece of these inning win points for Team Warren, putting up back-to-back zeros in the 4th and 5th for her team. Ground ball. Taken care of over at first base. Oh, we've got Sam Fisher still down there. Sam, are you tired yet?
No, softball never tires me out. But my friend Emerson did just lend me her sunglasses because I've been squinting out here for a while.
So you did not come prepared?
No, I didn't. I thought the visor would be enough. It usually is, but not tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, it is just so bright out there.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Sam, what are you thinking of doing in between this AUX season and the championship season? What will the few weeks in between be like for you?
You know, I feel like the answer that people might be expecting is to take a break and rest a little bit, but I'm going to go to Arizona State and I'm going to hop in that batting cage and I'm going to swing my bat and just try to feel everything I felt while we're out here in these 12 games, try to maintain what's been making me successful and also improve on the places that I feel like I've been missing.
What do you think is, like, when you've come out of college, you've been a pro for a long time now, what do you feel like is the biggest difference in your game? Where have you improved the most?
It's, you know, that's a really good question, and I don't know that I have an answer because I feel the same in my brain, but I know that there's things that I do that I, you know, maybe I'm not as quick as I used to be in 2012 kind of stuff, but just learning how to make the most of what I've got. Like, give that 100% of what I have and learn how to be competitive, even if I don't, if my hands aren't as fast or things like that. I feel like I've been able to utilize my strengths really well and just my brain. I think my brain has helped me a lot over these years.
And we joked about how, you know, softball is life. We're out here all the time, all day, every day.
Yeah.
How do you stay involved in the sport, and how much do you follow it even outside of season?
That's such a good question. Softball, first of all, is life, okay? But I work a lot with USA Softball. I travel around the country to do these evaluation camps to try to get kids that maybe aren't on the biggest travel ball teams, get them seen and get them involved in the program sooner, which is really cool because I was a kind of a nobody when I was going through and getting my first Team USA tryout. So just getting these kids that you know, get eyes on them. And also I work on the player executive committee. I'm the chairperson for Athletes Unlimited. So all year long it is all talking softball all the time. So it's been a really, really big joy in my life to stay with Athletes Unlimited in the season and then also outside of the season.
And then we drag you out here and you have to do this as well between games. So
I would do this
you.
every single game. This is crazy. I love this so much.
Be careful telling us that stuff, but you're off the hook. You're done for the day. We appreciate you being out there for us.
You guys, this has been great. Thank you so much. Shout out to my parents for being rock stars, and you guys too. You guys do such a good job, and you call us so well and give this pro game exactly what it deserves, and we're really grateful to have you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks,
you're the best.
XOXO.
Sam Fisher, always a blast to talk to. She's made plenty of friends down there. She's got them coached up really good in the stands. Telling you, Sam knows where the camera is. Very informative down there in the bleachers. And now Danielle Gibson, and potentially her last chance to be right there with Tori Vidalis as the only two players in the league with a hit in every game they've played in. And there it is, right back up the middle. Gibson timed that one perfectly, and she has a hit in every game she's played in. Tomorrow morning on ESPN and ESPN Deportes, Cubs and Cardinals. It's the London series returning after a few years off. The last time that was played, 2019. They're at the London Stadium starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. Our Sunday night matchup, the series finale between the Dodgers and Astros at Dodger Stadium. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. Early morning baseball and the late night baseball on the West Coast coming your way. Full day of action on our ESPN family of networks. First and second here for Team Leach, who have been held scoreless for 2 innings. Foul territory and too far for Edwards and Gano.
You know, Sam was talking about, Fisher was talking about how she's going to go to Arizona State's facilities and start swinging and keep working. And that's, I think, the cool part about this AUX season is that it almost gives you a taste of what you need to work on before the championship season. So these athletes are getting these reps and games and experience, and now they know in the next couple of weeks of what they need to go and fine-tune. Both the pitchers, the hitters, defenders, get a little bit sharper, turn things up a little bit before that intense championship season. That's more, it's a little bit longer.
Based on what you've seen from the pitchers, it's probably hard to generalize this as a whole, but what would you think is on their minds heading into a short off season between this and the championship season?
Spin and changing speeds. So really working on their tight spin and their movement. And then also being able to change speeds at any count, not just relying on 2 different speeds, but 3, maybe even 4 if you can, different speeds. Because these hitters are so keyed in on the faster pitches. They're not fooled at all by 69, 70 miles an hour. You can sometimes still jam them and tie them up a little bit, but it needs to be set up with a different speed or a different look to be able to make that pitch look even faster.
Here Jessie Warren mic'd up in game 1 talking about Rachel Garcia, who she felt like at the time wasn't throwing as hard as she normally does. And so she said, my timing's actually off, thinking I'm used to seeing 69, 70 from Rachel consistently.
And I think in return, the hitter is going back and working on hitting off-speed pitches a little bit more, because when the pitchers have been successful, it's been getting them out in front of off-speed pitches and being able to identify those pitches early.
Got away from Eberly. Both runners advance into scoring position. Full count here for Mia Davidson. Solo home run back in the 3rd. Just 1 out for Eberly, who's gone 2 2/3. No runs, 2 hits, 2 walks. It's hit so hard. Mia Davidson so strong.
She is just 42 points behind her teammate Aubrey Leach. A home run could really gain some ground there.
Already has 1, maybe make that MVP voting a little more interesting. Did it hit her? I think it did. I couldn't tell if it hit the bat or maybe her elbow guard.
Yeah, it sounds similar to the bat, right? To the knob of the bat, but Eberly, I think right now, is talking to Taylor Edwards about where her elbow was. You can hear it. Yeah, it's definitely going to be off the elbow pad. I think the question is not if it hit her or where it hit her in terms of knob or her elbow, but I think where the pitch location was is what Jesse Warren was talking to the umpire about, and Taylor Edwards and Carrie Eberly.
It's definitely what they're saying, was that in the zone maybe. Looking to win a cool piece of AU softball memorabilia? Well, here's your chance. The opportunity to win a batting helmet signed by your favorite Athletes Unlimited softball players. Go to auprosports.com/sweepstakes for rules, regulations, and to register to win today.
You have one of those, right, Chucky? One of the helmets that are signed.
It's a very proud piece in my office at home that the players gave us after last season. Is that your way? You're saying, hey, I know.
Yeah, no, I know that you like it a lot, and if you like it, then I think that other people would like it, so they need to go and register.
Both captains have 2 challenges.
Could be a couple of things that they're looking at, whether she moved into the pitch or whether that was a pitch that was over the plate that should have been a strike, or just the overall location of that pitch. You don't have to make an attempt to move out of the way if the ball is 100% in the batter's box, but if it's in that river part, you do have to make an attempt to get out of the way. So I think they're looking here at the pitch location, and it's kind of dicey right there in the river.
Ooh, that looks like a pretty good pitch.
It does, and I think, again, whether she moves into that pitch or if she's just starting her swing, there's a very fine line, because, of course, your upper body is going to move as you start your swing and as you take a pitch.
Our umpiring crew, Chad Steers, Chuck McManus, Jim Cooper. I believe Mia Davidson will be staying at first base. 8 points for her on the hit by pitch. It is bases loaded right now. That's what might be getting lost in all of this. Just 1 out. Bases are loaded for Deja Mulipola,
who already has a grand slam this season. A really key one, too, in the 7th inning with her team down. A grand slam that helped her team get the win in Series 2.
5 hits on the season for Deja, who is hitting just 179 entering this final series. 4 of them are home runs. She led the league in home runs and RBIs entering Series 3.
It's a good pitch to hit that last one right down the heart of the plate.
1-1. Lorenz at third, Gibson at second, Davidson at first. A walk, a single, and a hit by pitch after a leadoff ground out. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Gibson coming around, the throw home is there, they got her! 1 run scores, Jasmine Jackson with the throw. Gibson wants this reviewed though, she thinks she's safe. Aubrey Leach calls time, and they might.
If you have a review, why not use it late in this game? Can't go home with them, can't carry them over to the next game. Great throw by Jasmine Jackson. 1 hop to Taylor Edwards to make the tag.
Right away, Danielle Gibson asking for a challenge. Aubrey Leach is going to use one.
Danielle Gibson out at home plate. 1 run did score.
Did Taylor Edwards get the tag down? Let's see.
See that perfect throw to Taylor Edwards, and I think she's saying that she got her hand in there, right? That's actually a lot closer than I thought that it was live, because it looked like the tag was clearly going to beat her, but Taylor Edwards goes to the body to tag her instead of straight down to the base. That's going to be... It is upheld.
Okay. Not quite enough evidence there. It was really close, though. So Aubrey Leach and her team now in line for potential inning win points here in the top of the 6th, putting the pressure back on Team Warren.
Could see maybe in the dugout they were looking at the camera and maybe a picture of it that someone snapped inside the dugout. The dugout could have been one of the best photographers in softball, Jade Hewitt.
She always has the shots.
And when I say one of, I really do mean maybe the best
She's
photographer
the best. Yeah,
in
she's the
softball.
one. She was moving people around pregame to get a couple shots earlier.
Oh, yeah. She'll get the action shot, but she's good at like the posed shot.
Oh,
and also
yeah.
just like the natural, I'm posing but not posing shot.
Morgan Zirkle with 2 on and 2 out. Eberly misses up top 2-1. Garcia, Leach, Davidson, Warren, and Filler, your top 5 on the leaderboard. The first day of the final series. Zirkle fouls it into the parking lot. Here's the top 10. Rachel Garcia trying to put some distance between herself and the rest of the pack. Keep an eye on all those orange names, though. 4 of them in the top 10 right now. And they will be moving up, barring a big-time comeback from Team Warren. Leah Andrews in 8th place. She finished 8th back in 2021. That's her best finish. 3-2. And another one up the middle. Davidson maybe caught here. She is, and tagged out at 3rd. Jasmine Jackson with some nice throws in center field. That was hit hard by Zirkle.
Good job by Team Warren's defense, stepping up to make the out at Mia Davidson, who took a couple of steps trying to score, then decided to go back.
Oh,
Cross
my
to
goodness.
left field. It's a 3-run bomb for Jessie Warren.
I always have a plan when I go up to the plate, whether that be sitting aside, sitting a pitch, seeing the ball up, seeing the ball down. It just depends on the pitcher and who I'm facing. Typically, when I do stick to the plan and trust the process, good outcome happens. But when I start second guessing and getting in my head, that's when I start to get a little bit in trouble.
Backhanded at 3rd. Warren to 2nd. Oh, yeah. In time.
Having to be able to have that quick reaction time as a corner is super important. But just trusting, you know, my process that I had in college and trusting my work that I've put in the cages, whether that be hitting or fielding, but just trusting all that and taking that with me onto the field.
Talked to Jessie Warren before this AUX season started and said She was not worried about the glove. She takes so much pride in it. She's never worried about that. It was just the bat and the live hitting. But when we asked her yesterday how's she feeling now, she said, well, I had to get back to sticking to a plan. And she talked about that in the video right there, that it's all about the plan at the plate for her. And I think she's doing a pretty good job lately.
Yeah, I think she has been. I'm interested to see how her next at bat will be. She'll be third up in this inning, because you did hear her give a little bit of insight as to, you know, when she's in her head a little bit more and versus when she's swinging free. And I think today she might be a little bit more in her head, but has an opportunity in her next at bat to swing free and swing like that Jessie Warren that we saw in Series 1 and Series 2.
Taylor Edwards first, down in the count 1-2. Mariah Masson trying to go 6 strong innings now. He's given up just 4 hits, 3 runs. Only one of those runs was earned. That misses outside, ball 2.
Keeping her pitch count down in this game, not even 80 pitches. Now the bottom of the 6th inning.
Saving all these other arms on their team too. Shannon Sale, Elizabeth Hightower, and their top pick, Georgina Korick.
Yeah, because you've seen all the pitching changes that Team Warren has made in their doubleheader today, just changing pitchers out left and right, using their full staff. And for Team Leach, she's staffed to use 1 pitcher so far. It's a victory in itself.
Backhanded by Leach at shortstop. They get Edwards for out number 1. ABC tomorrow is where you'll find our next WNBA games. Elena Deladon taking on Brianna Stewart. It's the Mystics and the Liberty at 1 Eastern to kick things off. And then right after that one, the Sparks hosting Orike Ogunbowale and the Wings. Another star-studded doubleheader you do not want to miss. Andrea Filler back in. RBI double and a walk here in game 2. 2 for 2 with a couple walks in game 1. She has just been on fire this season. Off speed in there for strike 1 from Masson. Dual threat from Oregon State, Mariah Masson. 21 career home runs, a 320 plus average. Andrea Filler on the flip side played her college ball just down the road at Northwestern. Is there now as the director of ops for Northwestern softball. Loves that program.
A lot of these players like to stick around their alma maters, and whether that be in a coaching position or a different position on staff, like Filler being the director of ops.
She hit .351 with 34 home runs in just 3 years at Northwestern. She started her career at Boston College. 34 home runs in 3 years, just consistency for that program. From Fort Wayne, Indiana. .3-2, big swing, Masson gets her. That is just the 3rd strikeout for Mariah Masson.
Just living on the edges. Great drop ball there, right at the knees, right off the outside corner.
Now Jessie Warren, last chance here in the 6th, or else it's 10 inning win points for Team Leach. Up and in, almost got Warren.
Expect to see her try to hit early in the count, try to get on time with something. I think that's in the at-bats that I've seen, maybe guessing a little bit out of the hand, so an off-speed pitch has worked well against her today. Good take there, and you can always tell a lot about a hitter's take, right? Like that last take, outside corner, she looked to be on time with it, didn't really look fooled at all.
272 points out of first place right now is Jessie Warren in the 4th spot. Mia Davidson has jumped past her into 3rd. Aubrey Leach most likely, I would think, within 100 of Rachel Garcia by the end of the day, barring a wild shift here at the end of this game as Warren takes strike 2. That's the difference. We've talked to multiple captains. Jessie Warren likes to give a lot of control to her facilitator. Aubrey Leach likes the coaching aspect more. This is hit pretty well. Left center, deep, and gone! Just over the wall for Jessie Warren. That is a big one, too. It's 40 points for her, and that ties the 6th inning to at least roll those points over.
You knew it was just a matter of time. Jessie Warren still out in front of this changeup, and she is just so powerful to still stay in her legs and stick with that pitch to just barely get it over that left center field wall. I thought that Amanda Lorenz maybe had a shot. That wall is just so high out there in the outfield, but Jessie Warren needed that to start feeling better about her at bats and headed into tomorrow.
Those 10 points now suspended at the moment with 1 apiece here in the 6th. And that would be a huge boost for Team Warren if they can find a way to pick up at least the last 20 inning win points. Courtney Gano singled and scored, led off the 5th inning with a single. Someone's revving the engine a little bit.
That's definitely not a plane. I do know that.
Outside corner for Masson for strike 1. Courtney Gano 23rd on the leaderboard as it stands. It is into the concourse.
Yeah, 35 total home runs that we've had in this AUX season with still 2 days, 2 doubleheaders left to play. We had 36 total last AUX season.
Gano stays with it, but right to Andrews. Let's see if that home run number climbs. Jessie Warren doing her part at least.
The captain. Another solo home run in this game. There have been 4 home runs hit today. Out in front of this off-speed pitch, but still sends it out of here. She is so powerful. for Team Leach. They've scored 11 runs. They've had 14 hits. That is a .452 batting average in this game, but it gets better. With runners in scoring position, they're hitting .727, and with 2 outs, they're hitting .615. And every part of the game offensively, Team Leach has stepped up.
And for every run scored, Aspiration is committed to planting 10 trees. A couple more days left in the season. We'll see how many trees will be planted thanks to Aspiration's support. Aubrey Leach, that team batting average of .347, which was almost 50 points higher than the next closest team drafted in Series 3, will be going up after today,
Yes,
which is
it will
unbelievable. Lily Piper, who leads this inning off against her friend Carrie Eberly, is the only Team Leach player without a hit so far.
You need to win this inning. If you are Aubrey Leach and the rest of the team for Team Leach, I feel like this is an important inning to win, and not only win the game, but to get these last and final points to stay at the top of the leaderboard and try to catch up, keep up with Rachel Garcia.
I think what we've found and heard from players a lot of times, which is funny, is their family members are usually telling them where they're at on the leaderboard, keeping them updated whether they want to know or not. Ground ball left side. Warren waits on it, fires to first, out at first.
Second baseman, number 10, Abby.
She really kind of lived on the edge with that one, Jessie Warren did.
Piper thought she was there. Abby Ramirez now. 2 hits and a walk, but swinging first pitch here. Mendez going back. 2 outs.
Yeah, if Team Leach is unable to score here, going to put a lot of pressure in the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, there's Aaliyah Andrews. Holdsmar Little League on the Little League Day here at Athletes Unlimited. She will be playing at the Little League Softball World Series August 9th during the championship season. Playing some of her best ball of her career right now. The way she's swinging the bat and playing defense, which has always been there. It's driven in 3 runs this game, right to Warren, and an easy one. 1-2-3 for Carrie Eberly. Took her just 7 pitches and 20 inning win points on the line. Can Team Warren take it? fun day at the ballpark as we wrap up day one of Series 3. Team Leach up 11-4 on Team Warren, but still 20 inning win points on the line here. If Team Warren can plate a run, and a new pitcher entering, Shannon Sale out of Oklahoma, just finished her first year as a GA for the UCF softball program, but only her third appearance and a big opportunity right now for her.
Yeah, and she'll give a completely different look than what they saw for 6 innings from Masson, who is more down the zone at the knee. Shannon Sale will spin a curveball and a rise ball.
We got the chance to watch Shannon a little bullpen session working with Alex Ibarra, one of the facilitators. She gets first pitch swinging and retires Jordan Roberts. She's just trying to work through some things right now, get comfortable, and this is the in-game version of that, trying to put together a clean inning here and secure not just the win, but if there is a 0 put up here, they will also get those 20 inning win points.
Yeah, a lot riding on this inning, and for Shannon Sale and the Team Leach defense to get out of here.
Second pitch swinging into shallow right. Ramirez has it. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
I mean, that's exactly what you want. If you're Shannon Sale, if you were Aubrey Leach, you need every single point, again, to try to keep up with Rachel Garcia at the top of the leaderboard.
If Sale gets this next out, it will take Aubrey Leach right to 1,100 points, which is 142 behind Garcia. That is before MVP voting. I would think Aubrey has a good chance to get one of those MVP spots. Her doubleheader day will be on the final day of the season. Mia Davidson also creeping up that leaderboard. She will jump into 3rd place ahead of Jessie Warren. Shannon Sale is attacking hitters right now.
I know it.
4 pitches, 2 outs, and an 0-2 count now to Jazz Jackson.
Yeah, this is who you want to go after right here. Find a way to get her out, get that 3rd out.
Ground ball, and bounces up and gets Ramirez, so Jackson is on with 2 outs.
And why you wanted to get her out is because you had a higher chance of keeping her in the ballpark, and now you have to face Tori Vidalis. Abby Ramirez just can't handle that last hop, ended up coming up, hitting her in her throwing hand, and now passing the bat to Tori Vidalis, who could win these innings for Team Warren.
Strike 1 to Vidalis. This is dangerous. 1 for 3 with an RBI single in this game. Just 5 hits for Team Warren, but they've plated 4 runs. Sale misses down and away.
Got to make a good pitch here. Tori Vidalis, knowing what's at stake. She's her best when the game is on the line. We've seen her do that her entire career.
Line shot to Leach. The captain secures out number 3, Shannon Sale. Very nicely done out of the bullpen to close the door. Not just the 50 for the win, but the 20 for the inning win points that rolled over between the 6th and 7th. That'll do it for day 1 of Series 3. For Savannah Collins, Amanda Scarborough, and our entire crew, I'm Chucky Kemp. We're back tomorrow at 1 Eastern on ESPNU with more Athletes Unlimited AUX Softball. It'll be Team Garcia with their doubleheader. We'll see you then.